because I didn't move my tongue and my lips when I was reciting Al-Fatiha. I was just doing it in my mind. Oh, how long you been doing that? 20 years. Can't do that. One of the main parts of the prayer is that the least of your recitation is that you have to move your tongue and your lips. You can't just do it in your... That's not acceptable. That's you missing farad. If you miss farad, you understand farad? It's what's obligatory in the prayer. If you miss that, yes, you can't do sujood al-sawu. Sujood al-sawu means the prostrations of forgetfulness. That doesn't wipe away the missing of a farad in your prayer. If you miss farad in your prayer, you have to make the farad itself in order for you to keep that prayer. So for 20 years, you've been missing that farad. You got 20 years worth of missed prayers. Follow me? And they call him Sheikh. You got to understand what I'm saying. If everybody's going around calling the next guy Sheikh, 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 but they don't know why. You're going to be Sheikh because you're an old guy and you've been taking care of your family for a long time. You got big business, and you help a lot of people and stuff like that. Yeah, you can be Sheikh. But when you say Sheikh, it has to be from some learning, it has to, it takes away meaning. If everybody is Sheikh, you got a beard. They gotta know this deed fit that description. Oh, something. Okay. I'm almost finished. The devout man helps himself, and the learned man helps others. And without his help, no worship can be accepted. And the following tradition explains the difference clearly. Abdullah, Umar, and Allah's Messenger, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, coming upon two groups in his mosque, saying, they are both engaged in what is good, but one of them is superior to the other. These ones are praying and making supplication to Allah. If He wills, may answer their prayers, but if He wills, may refuse to answer them also. And these others are learning knowledge and teaching the ignorant so that they are superior. And the Prophet ﷺ said, I was sent only as a teacher. He then sat down among the group that was learning knowledge and teaching it. And if you are willing to know what is meant by the devout man and the learned man, listen to the following tradition. Hussein reported that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked, which of the two men who had been among the Bani Israel was superior? One who was a learned man who observed the prescribed prayers and sat and taught them what is good. The other who fasted by day and prayed during the night. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam replied, the superiority of this learned man who observed the prescribed prayers and say and taught men what is good the difference over the devout man who fasted by day and prayed during the night is like my superiority over the most contemptible of you. From this we understand that the devout man is the man who makes his time full of worship, the prescribed ones and the voluntary ones. But the learned man is the one who observes the prescribed worship, then spends the rest of his time teaching others what is good. And usually the learned man likes knowledge the same as the owner likes his property. But the difference between him who is engaged in the knowledge and him who is engaged in his property is as explained in the following. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, two greedy ones never attain satisfaction, the learned man and the worldly man, but they are not equal. The learned man becomes more pleasing to the compassionate one, but the worldly man perseveres in transgression. Then Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, nay, but man transgresses in considering he is self-sufficient. And he added, the other learned man is preferable for only those of his servants who are learned via Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قولي قولي هذا استغفر الله حضر ربكم ودعوني استجيب لكم قولي قولي هذا واستغفر الله. So I gave you a prescription for success. Take your religion the same way you take your worldly life now, but more so. Because this life is going to end. We all know that. There's no doubt in our minds it's going to come to an end. When you're my age, you know that it's going to end very soon, probably. You see? No question about it. Okay? So you got to take care of this next life. It's more important than this one. This one we just traveling through. We're going to be on our way. The only thing this life is going to be good for is what good you could send to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from it. That's going to be waiting for you. Yeah? We have to take this serious. Stop playing. It's not a joke. That fire burns Muslims too, or so-called Muslims. See? One good news. In your heart, even with ignorance and bad habits and all that stuff, in your heart, there's the slightest little bit of belief in it, you're going into the Jannah. I congratulate everybody. You're going to the Jannah. The problem is, how long it's going to take after death for you to get there. Who wants to go through Jahannam if you don't have to? I told you before, the man in the best position in Jahannam is a man who's standing on a hot rock with his sandals on fire and his brains boiling. Okay. What else can I do for you? You want to ask me? Okay, listen. If you want to ask me, I don't answer questions that are hypothetical. It has to have, it has to be real. Don't tell me about, if the sun was over there. I don't answer those. Hypothetical, I don't answer. Right? Allahumma salli wa sallam wa barak ala Muhammad. If you're a person who just want to test his knowledge, like by arguing with Sheikh Amin, I'm not going to answer you either. You're just going to be wasting my time. Right? I'm here to try to help. Do my best to help you. If I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know. I'm not going to beat around the bush. And I would prefer if you ask me questions, ask me directly the question. Don't explain to me a whole bunch of stuff. Like sometimes people call me on the phone. Sheikh Amin, I want to ask you a question. Now, this is what I read about. And then, hold it, brother. You're going to tell me a whole history of what you think about. Just ask me the question. Don't waste my time. Tomorrow, right? This is true, right? No. People do it to me all the time. I'm actually the only ones who don't do that are the ones who call me from far away, like from Egypt, from Africa. They go right to the point because they don't have that much time on the phone. So I'm trying to make you laugh a little bit, but not much, because laughter kills the heart, you know, kills the soul. A little bit is okay. Prophet ﷺ used to laugh sometimes. You know, one time he was in the house with the ladies, you know, and the ladies of the house. And you know, they were like laughing and everything, talking around him and everything. So Umar bin Khattab came into the house, and everybody stopped talking. All of them stopped talking. Got quiet. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, well, you know, what happened? You were all talking and having a good time, and you know, as soon as he came in, everybody stopped talking. So one of them had a little brain. They said, well, Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you're kind, and you know, we talk around you because you know we know you're not gonna be angry with us, but he's stern. See? So from that action, they say that Umar bin Khattab started to lighten up, because he understood that wasn't the best. He tried to emulate Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, listen. Emulation in Islam, to emulate, to envy in Islam is different than we understand. In this country, when they say you envy somebody, it generally means that they're talking about the person. Oh, he think he's this, or he think he's that. I don't like him. He just knows too much, or he think he's cute, you know. But in Islam, envy is different. Envy means that you try to emulate the person, to be better than them, to do better than them. That's envy, and that's the proper one. And that's the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we should try to outdo one another in what is good. So, if you don't like what I'm saying, okay, the difference between us is that I put in my work already. Now it's your turn. Put in your work, get better at it than me, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Look how we've progressed. You see? Okay. Some of you sitting here right now are going to be better than me. I'm sure of it. Especially you young people. You're on the right way. You're going on the right way. You know? My job with you is to help to push you harder and further until you can outdo me. I'll be happy about that. You know? Now I'll answer your questions if you like. As you like.
The young man, no wife, no kids, spending his time getting a college education in America first and then going to study, or going to study proper Islamic education and then...
In Egypt, right? This is an ongoing struggle between the family, because the women in Egypt want their sons to go to medical school or to school for engineering, because in Al-Azhar they have medical school and engineering school in the university. It's not all for Islamic studies. Got me? So the women want the husband to make the children go to school for engineering and doctor, be a medical doctor. The ulama disagree. The ulama believe that if you're in a place like America that has thousands of doctors and engineers, it's no longer considered as a good place for study. Like it shouldn't take precedent over your Islam. The reason is that the involvement of that type of study on that level will take all of your time and all of your life for a long time. And a lot of times those people never can come back to their deen properly. They get lost. See? The doctor says when he takes his oath, do no harm, The scholar, when he takes his oath, says the same thing. Do no harm. So, I have to tell you, honestly, if you have no children and you're young, now is the time to take your study and take it 100% for Islam. But don't waste that time. Don't study ambiguous stuff. Study from true scholars. Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. If you can find a scholar to study from who has some kind of madhab, some kind of system that he follows, that's who you want to study with. You don't want to study with la madhabis because you have a mixture of so many different ideas that the scholars of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah say not to mix these ideas together. Because when you mix them together, listen to me, when you mix them together, you invent your own madhab. And you fix things to fit the way you want it to be. So you get some knowledge and you say, oh, okay, well I can take this decision from that madhab and I can put it over here, so that allows me to do that. And then the next, oh, I can take this decision from that madhab and I can put it over there. So after a while, you have developed your own madhab. Bad move, because all those people that will listen to you and follow you, they're going to be responsible to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they're going to all point right back to you where they got it from. See? Okay. Did I answer you? Alhamdulillah. As you like. More, ask me. I may not come back again, yes.
I mean, could you actually be a Muslim and practice this deen without following no method?
Allahumma salli wa sallam barakallahu ala Muhammad. The only people that can actually do that without following, okay, listen. Everybody is following somebody, whether you know it or not. Everybody's following something. The reason that they have madhab is for security, so that you know if I'm following this, I'm secure, because these are the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He told me to follow that. What they call the Salih Salihin, the people who should be followed. You understand? Now, let's say somebody achieves the higher learning of Islam, where they can actually take a book, look in the section of fiqh and different subjects, and they can deduce some kind of learning from that. There's a question about, do they have to follow a madhab? Most of them say, well, no. When they reach that level, if they can do all of that, then they're okay. Because they believe that those people will be the ones who, they will always find the right way, even if they don't call it the madhab. See? But the general people, the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah scholars disagree with that. They say that the general person, without following these directions in some orderly fashion, will always be mixed up and mistaken. Make a lot of mistakes. See? So my advice is, okay, you can do that if you want to. But, you know, it's like gambling. You know, like, maybe you'll hit it, maybe you won't. But if you don't do that way, if you follow the tradition that's been set forward for over 1,000 years in Islam, which has been sent for you to take advantage of, you know that you're not going to make those mistakes as long as you follow that. Because it was put in place as a, you know what the word muwatta. The word muwatta, it means the path that has been traveled. This is the book of Imam Malik. It means the path that has been traveled so many times that you can't miss it. It's been walked on so much that you can see it from far away. It's a strong path, you see. My advice to the Muslims, find a path like that and stay on it. Even if you start to go a little bit away, the knowledge of it will help to bring you back. See, they used to complain about Imam Shafi, rahmatu alayhi, that, yeah, he made this mistake, he did that. So the ulama used to say, yeah, the difference between you and him is that his knowledge will help him always find his way back to the right path. So what I'm saying to you, you can take that gamble, someone can take that gamble, but I don't advise them to do it. Most of the people who do it are being lazy. They're being lazy. They don't want to listen to anybody. They don't want to sit down and study in school like a school atmosphere. See, they're being easy. It's easy to make it up as you go along. Easy to make your own decisions about this, that. It's hard to sit down and actually learn. Before Islam, we were a different person, right? Not exactly. We brought into Islam those habits that we had before. See? Don't think that as soon as a person came in Islam and put a kufi on, all of a sudden he became a different person. What happened is, see? What happened is, he brought those same habits to the deen with him, but he got a kufi on. Same guy. If he was anti-authority before, he's probably going to be anti-authority now. If he didn't like school before, until he's trained differently, he's not going to like school now. This is what we're dealing with. We got guys that's coming out the joint, right? You hear me? We got guys coming out of jail who think they know Islam better than people who've been studying Islam for 15 years. How is that humanly possible? Because before they took Shahada, they had that same kind of way. And as Muslims, so-called Muslims, they have that same kind of way. So if it don't agree with what they think it is, you're wrong. They're right. It's impossible. It's impossible for some guy. He's the same guy. He didn't change. Okay. Did I answer you? I don't know. As you like. Yes.
I have a question. Your father, well, I think I was raised following the Maliki method.
Okay.
Okay, where do you go to get that information?
Me.
Because I often wonder, I mean, where do you get it?
I'm not being redundant. I'm telling the truth. In this part of the world, in this part of the country, I'm the authority on that subject. Okay? So listen. I teach a class for ladies. They come and they take their Islam and they learn about the mother. But in any case, you don't have. If you learn the Maliki madhab from your family or something like that, this is great. This is good. See? What I suggest you do is occasionally you can call on the phone. Hey, Sheikh Amin, I'm a little mixed up about this particular thing. What should I do about that? What does the Mazhab say about that? I can help you, inshallah. If you can't find that, hey, my students, I got students, over 2,000 students, running around everywhere. Yes.
In Buffalo, New York?
In Buffalo? Who do I have in Buffalo? I have someone in that area.
Imam Adiola?
Who?
Imam Daoud Adiola?
I don't know him personally. But if he's studied and he has credentials, I tell you, go to him as much as you can. If you have to listen. You have the right. When somebody come and tell you this, that, you have the right to say to them, "Oh, okay, brother. Where did you learn? What was your teacher's name? What grade level did you graduate from? Did you get a jazz up?" You got the right to question them. Don't. This is your religion. If you don't take this serious, you might go before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with a lot of problems. So you got the right, just like you question, you go to your doctor. He's telling you take this kind of medicine. Well, doc, what is this? This medicine I don't think this is gonna be the right medicine. I trust you as a doctor, but are you sure? You will question him. This is gonna go. You pay more attention to this than your soul. I don't think so. So yes, you question him. You find that he's authentic. When people, okay, in the Islamic Cultural Center, right, of New York. I don't know if y'all know about this place. It's like considered as the biggest mosque in the area, in all of New York City, basically. And it's the mosque of the scholars. Because this is where, when the scholars come to New York, they come there, right? So, in order for me to be a teacher there, and have an office in there, I can't be pretending, right? I can't be pretending. There has never been an African American in the office in the Islamic Cultural Center of New York City. Never. Not an African American. They're Africans, but not African American. So I'm giving you some really good advice here. Examine who you take it from. But there's people. It's not like it used to be in old days. Nowadays, you got scholars that are here in America with credentials. You look around, you try to find them. You find them, you stay with them as much as you possibly can and take that information from them. Okay? And you will be safe. And in any event, I have somebody in Buffalo. I gotta think of who it is. Let me look at my Rolodex. I'll find them, inshallah. And you know Abu Abu? Okay. You Imam Rasul?
Yes.
Okay. I will let them know, and then you will let them know, inshallah. Okay? As you like.
Oh, I have another question. Oh my God. For a woman that has like responsibilities, like young children that wants to seek knowledge, do you advise that they do online classes or?
Oh, okay. Let me ask you now. This is a big problem. The scholars of Islam consider the internet learning is like learning from shaitan, a'udhu billah. I'll explain to you why. They had some brothers, group of brothers, that were taking classes online in Saudi Arabia. And so, after some time, they decided to go meet with the sheikh. They were taking classes from online. So they got their money together, got their visas and passports, went to Saudi Arabia. Went to the area where this person came from and was searching for him. So they asked some people in the neighborhood, "Where's brother so-and-so and so? We, the teacher, we want to," they said, "Oh, he's been doing that again. We told him to stop doing that." So when they finally caught up to the guy, they found out that the guy was a little bit touched in his head. He's thinking that he's some big sheikh, and he was like, he never learned from nobody. So